No pain, no gain. We hear this all the time in American culture. It goes all the way back to Benjamin Franklin. In Western civilization, it goes all the way back to the ancient Greeks. And the idea is that the harder you work, the better you're going to be, the stronger you're going to be, the faster you're going to be, all that great stuff. But the reality, when we look at the data, when we look at the research, and we just look at, the everyday results of that type of training philosophy, particularly when it comes to the endurance world, it just doesn't play out. But that concept, no pain, no gain, it comes to me and from all over the place with new clients, old clients. It shows up all the time. And so let's break this down. What does it look like to do a no pain, no gain philosophy in a workout? And then how does this play out? And what should we be doing? If I am obviously against no pain, no gain, what should we be doing? Let's jump on in and look at a workout that a new athlete did for me just the other day. So he did this great, this is a typical endurance workout. This is a great workout for the base period. These are tempo intervals, these are bursts, and this is the nice endurance section. But you can see that he plays all this at the very top. I call this dancing on the top of intervals, right? So he dances on the top, and then clearly here he is over his suggested watts. And so this is the workout. The red line, his power data should be just a little bit lower. We shouldn't see that spot right there. And so I asked him, I said, in Training Peaks platform that I use, it's a great, I want my athletes to leave comments. I leave comments. And so I ask him, hey, why are you dancing on these intervals? Why are you up? Because sometimes it's actually a technology issue. Your FTP in Zwift might be different than your FTP in Training Peaks, which can cause some of this. So I asked him. And so he had the best answer that you could possibly give, right? I will typically ride at or just above whatever watts I'm supposed to ride at. I'm the type of person that if I see a number that I'm supposed to ride at, I will try my hardest to stay at that watt and not let myself drop below. That was the perfect answer because he has an amazing work ethic. This athlete is totally dedicated to the sport, and he's just totally dedicated to the workouts. So this is what I thought that he was going to say. So before we jump into that, so basically what is he doing in that workout? He is going too hard in that workout, and he's going too hard in that workout on purpose. All right, let's look at another example of how this typically shows up in a workout. So you have this workout right here, and he's right there on the top end of his zone. But what does he do right here? Boom. He has a little bit of energy left and he leaves it out there, right? And so that is typically another way that, I used to do myself in the base period. Sometimes parts of the year it's actually good, but in this base period, I don't like that. And I used to do it myself. I got some left, so let's leave it out there, right? Well, that's not what we really want to do. We can't forget that the whole process for the endurance athlete of going from A to B is stress, rest, adaptation. Stress plus rest equals adaptation. We can never forget that, right? So, we got stress right here. We rest, stress, rest, stress, rest. And it's the exact same in the week, right? When you're going through the week, it's only through rest does the adaptation actually occur. So it's not how hard you're pounding yourself necessarily, it's how hard you're resting. And so what is the ultimate quote on this is that any benefits garnered from training at the top end of your zones are largely negated through extra fatigue, which prevents adaptation. That's a crucial point to make. So what are those athletes doing when they're working at the top end of their zones or above their zones for a given workout? What are those athletes doing when they leave it all out there, right? they are generating too much fatigue, which then prevents the adaptation that we're trying to generate, okay? So every workout, there is decisions that need to be made. So what is the decision that needs to be made? You have energy left. You have more to give to that workout. What do? Go longer, not harder. Every workout's a decision. Go longer, not harder, especially in this base period. Now, there are times, especially for my crit racers, especially for my cyclocross racers, there are times where I'm going to say all out max, hard as you can. There will be times of the year for that. But right now, what is the thing that we want to do more than anything? Go longer, not harder. So when you see this gentleman like this athlete, what do I want to see? I want to see something more like this. Look how this guy is just kind of below, a little bit above, a little bit below. What do I want to see? I want to see athletes sticking to the ranges. Play the mid zones, right? So we train in zones, and a zone is a range. This came to me this morning, and this is exactly really what I want to see. I want to see my athletes nailing mid zone, low zone to mid zone. I don't want to see him playing the tops of the zones, and I certainly don't want to see him going over the recommended wattage for any given workout. All right, I hope that this is a really quick video, and you could say a thousand more things about this. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, reach out, Lee@pro13.com, Lee@pro13.com. I would absolutely love to talk to you. Take care, everybody.